One of the more common productivity challenges is not knowing exactly what to work on throughout the day or not keeping your priorities top of mind. Can you relate? Once upon a time, I used to be able to manage all of my tasks and keep track of everything in my memory. But these days, fast forward several decades later, these days there are so many distractions, so many more distractions than in years past. And there are multiple channels for communication. There's a dump truck load of information coming at us minute by minute. There's just way too much to keep track of and to be distracted by. So we do not want to rely on our memory to keep track of our work, our priorities, our to-do lists. There are far more meaningful things for you to use that effort and that energy on, so please don't take it on as a personal challenge. Right? I know you were thinking about it. If you've been relying on your memory, chances are good you're stressing yourself out, you're laying awake at night, you're forgetting things are falling through the cracks, or you're deathly afraid you're going to forget something. Why do this to yourself? So no, no more of that. What is the best way to manage your to-dos? There is no foolproof system, because anything that works well is going to rely on you to be more proactive than you probably already are. Can you relate? When was the last time you said, I need to be more proactive? We hear this all the time. So whether it's you or someone on your team or someone else you love, yeah, there is no foolproof system. But what does work? Let's talk about solutions. People who review their projects and their to-dos regularly and update some type of short-term actions list tend to be far more effective than people who don't. So let's break that down. What does that mean? Okay, some people work from one master list with everything on it, and they pull from that list and create weekly or daily to-do lists. And that does work. However, most people don't have one master giant to-do list that they can pull from. Most people, maybe you can relate to this, have multiple lists, notebooks, piles on your desk. You're working from your email inbox. And that isn't the problem. I bet you thought it was. No, it's not, because that's the reality. That's where all these things live. All your different projects and deadline related tasks live in all these different places. Digital, paper, all of it. That isn't the problem. The problem is that because there's just so much going on in a normal day, it's impossible to keep track of it all. It's too easy to forget things, unless what's missing for most people is that actions list. So what does it look like? I recommend a weekly version as well as a quicker daily version. Okay, so fortunately, it doesn't take much time at all when you do it regularly. That is the key. It becomes habit, then you'll feel more proactive, you'll be more organized, you'll have control of your use of time, you'll be more effective, you'll get more done in less time, which allows you to do all those other fun things that you've been wanting to do. So what does this really look like? Instead of trying to manage all your work in the moment by moment throughout the day, from all those different places, you want to take a few moments. Again, I recommend weekly and daily to just review all your current projects, your top priorities, all the things on your to-do list, the things that are relevant for that week. Plan them weekly and then review just quickly each day so that they're not like shoved to the back of your mind, given all the other things going on, right? Okay, so I want to give you a real life case study example, if you will. Someone I spoke with recently, managing 2 businesses plus kids, and she's got multiple notebooks. She takes notes in different notebooks for different projects, and she has a weekly planner that sits on her desk, but it wasn't getting a lot of use. So what we came up with, what she's doing now, is she's taking a look at all those things weekly and she's planning her week. But then, because so much can change within a couple of days, even in a couple of hours, she still has a daily hit list or top actions list. And these are the must-dos for each day. Now, in the week, and this is very similar to what I do. Each week I plan in my weekly planner all the things that I have to do, as well as a lot of things that I'd like to get to. So we have the must-dos and the nice-to-dos. And so what she's doing is each day she has an actions list that fits on one standard size little sticky note, because realistically, given all the things that you're expecting yourself to do, can you handle more must-dos each day than what fits on a sticky note? I don't think so. If you are, then I believe you're setting yourself up for failure. So hopefully this makes sense. You take a look at all of your, this is what I'm recommending to combat the challenge of not feeling really sure where to put your focus, what to work on, and feeling like you've shoved your top priorities to the back of your mind unintentionally, is reviewing all of your projects and priorities every week, and then quickly each day updating your task list, keeping that updated short-term actions list. That's what you're working from. Moment by moment, you don't have to try to remember everything else that's going on in your life. You'll feel so much better, more in control, more organized, and you'll be able to get to those nice to do things that make you happy.